Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be continuing with my how I got 120 200 mil series, and we're going to be looking at one of the most changed skills in the game, and that is Herblore. So we're going to do it in a couple of different segments. I'm going to go through all the items which are really beneficial, worthwhile getting, and then we're going to sort of speak about how I did Herblore. Again, when I got Herblore to 99, it was pretty much just when Extremes and Overloads were released. So I don't know how long ago that was, but it was a considerable time. And when I got 120 Herblore, it's probably been about 2 years now. Ever since then, Herblore has dramatically changed. So what I'm going to be doing is going through the items which are useful, which I would make sure to get before starting Herblore. Then go into how I trained Herblore to 99, 120, 200 mil. And then go into how I would look to train a brand new account, or maybe like the Bond account now, to get 99, 120, 200 mil Herblore as well. Just because I think things have shifted and changed so much, I think it'd be really good just to go through those 3 different ways, just to cover everything in the skill and cover off everything that we need to talk about. Right, so first of all, items in Herblore. So Herblore's got quite a lot of things which are very beneficial to it, and a lot of things now which either provide extra doses, save potions, or save resources. Now, artisanal skills now, and also production skills, are very different in their approach to how they used to be. Sometimes it's about what items you can save as opposed to how much profit or loss a potion is. Sometimes by the resources you save, you make money from that, especially with things with high secondary prices, like the super rune crafting potions. You've got the Wine of Sorrows making super sorrow brews. With the money you save on your secondaries, you can make profit doing Herblore. And that was never really an option before. Herblore, when I was doing it, was always a huge money sink and had the prestige of being one of those really expensive 99s. Nowadays for me, I would personally see Herblore as a money making skill at least to 99. And then you spend your profit or the money you've gathered from using Herblore as a moneymaker to then go for quicker, more high profile Herblore methods further on from sort of 100 onwards, when the XP really is a bit silly with the potions from there. So first of all, we're going to go through the items which I would consider worthwhile getting or using or keeping a track of anyway. So the first thing is the botanist outfit. So the botanist outfit is going to be your XP boosting outfit for Herblore. You do have boots as well, but I just couldn't find them in my bank. Now, the one real important thing about this is the botanist helm. So the botanist helm, if having the modifier placed on the botanist helm, provides a 5% chance of making duplicate potions and sending them to your bank. Now, the best way to get the addition to the botanist mask, or the add-on is what it's called in the game, the botanist mask add-on, is to actually get it with double XP tokens on a double XP weekend. Now before, the only place you could get it from was Flash Powder, which, again, if you wanted to go Flash Powder to do it, you can unlock the factory outfit, which we'll talk about in a second, but it's a bit more tedious and takes up a bit more time when considering you could just get it from skilling on a double XP week. Much more worthwhile getting that. Same with the whole outfit. You can unlock this on a double XP live with your tokens. That's how I'd recommend you get this rather than playing the Flash Powder minigame to do it because of the time involved in actually gathering it. Along with that, a botanist amulet gives you a chance of creating a high dose of potion when making potions. So this is normally like turning a 3 dose into a 4 dose potion, which is actually quite a common theme with a lot of the buffs you can get for Herblore now. So similar themes is a Desert 4 amulet. It gives you a 20% chance of making a super anti-fire 3 dose into a 4 dose when in the desert. You have Mauritania legs, which provide the same sort of bonus, 20% chance of creating a 4 dose instead of a 3 dose when making prayer renewals in Mauritania. So it's different potions for different areas with those. You have a Varanosaur perk with player own farms, which relates to weapon poisons or anti-poisons as well, of making a 4 dose instead of a 3 dose. Again, they're very niche, but definitely ones to consider just in case. You have the Tomb of which works in the City of for Necromancy potions if you've done the Tier 1, and Super Necromancy potions if you've done the Tier 3. The factory outfit then provides the same perk for all potions, but you are going to have to do Flash Powder Factory. Recommend doing it in Spotlight because then you're going to be earning Fallout as well. And then it will also be very active, and then you'll get points quicker and games quicker and stuff like that. But that is very good to have as well. Those are all the things which sort of provide buffs and stuff like that. You can use the Juju potions, both the Perfect Juju Herblore potion and Perfect Plus Juju potion, to have a extra 5% bonus XP when making combination potions, similar to the Voice of Sarin, which provides you 20% more bonus XP. Now they're really useful unlocks. The rest I've got in the info here. So you want to be doing all your Herblore on a portable well. Now you've heard me talk about this multiple times. It provides a 5% chance to create duplicate potions and also gives you 10% more Herblore XP. If you don't want to provide the wells yourself, you can go on World 84 or World 99, a portable world, and there will be portables put down for you by other players. And then you can also get the boosts and perks of the Pulse Core, Cinder Cores, and all the other sort of XP buffs of doing it on a portable world. If you are doing Herblore, I would highly recommend doing it for free in the workshop here on a portable world, because you'll just get so many buffs. Not only that, if you do have the money to spend, and again, it is an expensive purchase, it's about 145 mil still, you can get a Broocher for Gods. Now this gives you a chance to have the proc from the portable well more often, and it means it's just going to make you more money. Now it's an expensive outlay, but if you're going to be doing a lot of portable scaling on an account, it's definitely worthwhile purchasing because it will make you more money in the long run. Now the Herblore capes, both the 99 and 120 capes, both have very good perks, but also different perks, which is a bit of a change really. So the 99 perk instantly cleans all the grimy herbs in your inventory, which is an underrated moneymaker. It is very good and can make you serious profits if you have the right herb at the right time. You need to check your margins, but I'm pretty sure it can make something like 20,000 herbs clean per hour. And the 120 Herblore Master Cape has the ability for you to create bulk amounts of overloads and also using 20% fewer ingredients as well. So it's really good to make your overloads, super overloads, and your elder overloads as well. Finally, the last few things as well, we have the crystal flasks for doing combination potions that need Elf City and also to unlock the recipes through dungeoneering, and the protein shakes as well, which is the protein version to be able to do for Herblore. Now what it will do, it will put the protein to your highest level potion, and then you'll get the XP for that as well. As you see, because I'm 120, it's pulling me a 118 level potion, which is 960 XP each, and that's without any buffs, so that is pretty decent. And then finally, the last thing, which is very important and actually one of the best things to make profit from, is the Scroll of Cleansing. Now, Scroll of Cleansing is from Dungeoneering. I think it's something like 40,000 tokens, but it gives you a 1 in 8 chance you'll make the potion twice as fast as usual, and also a 1 in 10 chance of saving ingredients when making potions. Now, while things like the Mask, Brooch, and Well will give you a chance of duplicate potions, that scroll is just as important to save you resources because that is more profit, especially with the higher tier, more expensive secondaries. That can be the reason a potion could be profit, is just sheerly down to that scroll. With how tokens are sort of handed out nowadays, it really is worthwhile getting because you'll get those tokens gradually anyway. Now, that is all of the sort of things that aid you in your Herblore journey, and all of those will contribute some form of profit to you. And I really do recommend unlocking as many as possible. So those are all the unlocks and all the things to support your Herblore journey. So I'm going to talk through what I did for my Herblore. So for the most of it, I did the quest unlocks until I got level 38, to which point I've unlocked prayer potions. So from level 38, again, we'll whack up the guide. And again, this is a while ago, so some of these potions might not exist, but I jumped past. So from level 38, I'm doing prayer potions. I'm pretty much going to 45, because then super attacks are a very cheap potion. They have a very cheap secondary, which is the Eye of Newt, and Irrit is also a very cheap herb as well. Now, in today's climate, supers, extremes are very different to how it used to be. You used to have to spend money for the GP per XP, whereas with most supers now, you will make profit. So basically what I did is work my way up through the supers. So once we got to super strengths, I then moved to super strengths. So when I did super strengths, I got to super restores. I was in a bit of a farming Snapdragon phase, and this pretty much got me from 63 Herblore to 81, just from farming my own Snapdragons, just in between Slayer tasks and stuff like that. Once I got to 81, pretty much as you would on old school, Bruise pretty much carried me to 96. The reason I did it straight to 96 is because I wasn't going to buy a lot of overloads, and the sheer amount of extremes I was going to do wouldn't get me to 96. So what I did was get to 96 through Bruise, and then did extremes to level 99 and then overloads as well. So in terms of when the 120 capes were released, I was pretty much like 30 to 40 mil Herblore XP because I had that many overloads made, and just continued to buy 1,000 overloads at a time, made them and then used them and then redid them. Now, one thing I would say which is very critical with Herblore is making sure you have enough extremes by the time you're finished, because you don't want to get to your goal of either 120 or 200 mil and then decide you need to go and make 10,000 overloads, because it's just wasting XP. You're paying for this potion and you're not getting the XP for it. So once I got to 120, and when I finally decided to do my final move to sort of go for 200 mil, I think it was one of my first 200 mils as well, but it was a little while ago, so I'm not too sure. I actually did two forms of potion, and they are newer potions. So one was the Power Burst of Vitality. This probably got me to 110 Herblore to about 120. I think I did 120 through Power Burst. So, and then what I did from 120 was actually, I did Vorm Bombs. Now, I never knew of Vorm Bombs, never knew of them as well, at all. But these are incredibly AFK, but also really good GP per XP. Now, these are, I did them all on double XP live. So I did my 120 to 200 mil on a double XP live, and I left with time left because of how good the XP was doing Vuln bombs. Again, you'll need to check your XP GP sort of ratio and stuff. But if you can buy these ahead of time with a double XP live, these are unreal XP. I did the 107 one, so I did the top tier one. Now, in terms of buying stuff, it's the bottled dinosaur roll, which is going to set you back the most. But if you can have enough time to put a low ball offer in and like accumulate these over time, you can get a really good Herblore XP potion for a very cheap price. So if I was to go and do an account now, let's say we're going to pick the bond account and I was going to train Herblore, I would be looking to do the most profitable ways until level 99. Now, luckily with how Herblore's changed, extremes are now tradable, which means that a lot of extremes are going to be profits. And I said this in all my Herblore videos before, people will pay for convenience and people will pay for, rather than having to make the extremes themselves, people will just buy the extremes. So I would use an account to capitalize on that. So things like prayer potions, super, strengths, attacks, defense, maybe even magic and range, although range potions have really gone down the hill, I would really avoid them. But then also look at things like extreme potions, or for salves, super anti-poisons are really good. Do that for 99, and then 99 can pretty much fund you doing the better tier of potion. Weapon poison, triple plus as well, is huge profit if you want to put the time in to go and collect the Cave Nightshade yourself, and really is very good. Once I finally got to 99 though, that's when I'd look at stocking up on my overloads. I think if you're considering going into combat, you can definitely do it before 99. You can use the boost on mod 84 and do it from something like level 90 to get to the level 96 boost. But you'll need to do a chunk of overloads either way, and that's going to be a cost. But if you can use your training in Herblore all the way up to like 90, 91, 92, making profit from doing Herblore training, you can just basically like make your cost of overload zero just because you've made so much profit in your journey as well. And that's what I try and do, is make my costs for Herblore up to level 99 as minimal as possible. And then once you sort of break the 99 brackets, these are like the real high tier potions, like, or you've got time to do your overloads or stuff like that. And also the 99 cape, clean and grimy herb, is very underrated and can be some decent profit if you want to look at that as well. But again, that's how I would approach it. Some people would go straight into overloads at level 90 and do overloads to 99. That's fully good as well. That's definitely a very valid choice. And depending on where they're questing, they will then turn those overloads into these crystal potions, which again is basically like extra XP from your overload, just stretching your overloads further on, which is what you want to be doing. And that's how you can play as well. You can do different ways to what I would do. Me, I would just try and make as much profit as possible. And then when I decide I need those overloads to go and do combat or something else, that's when I would look to buy them anyway. But one thing to make sure to do is by the time you're 200 mil or whatever, make sure you've got enough overloads stored for a considerable amount of time. Like these will last me like years with the amount I PVM now anyway, or combat or do stuff as well. And I still have a little bit of actual overloads as well. But that's basically it. My main advice for Herblore though, make sure to check all your margins and make sure to plan out what your plan is. Also, before I forget, there is also an addition to the Fort Frimfree, and it's the Botanist add-on here, which the Botanist workbench actually makes it so you can do overloads AFK. So definitely something worth looking into. The quest is not massive. Obviously, I think you'll get some form of buff while being here as well. So there will no doubt be some wells around here. But you can actually put your overload supplies to actually turn your overloads into something AFK, which I've never done because I've never needed to. But I think it would be a very good benefit if you needed some AFK time, but you wanted the XP of overloads as well. But that is going to be my Herblore guide. I tried to make it as sort of like quick as possible, even though I wanted to go through 3 big chunks. There are so many items which can help you towards Herblore, so I really wanted to put the spotlight on them and talk through that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about these videos. This is like the 4th video of the like how I did 120 or 200 mil sort of guides I've been doing. And all of them have gone down really well, like surprisingly well considering how I thought they would go. So let me know any sort of things you want to see in the description below of how you want me to change, if you want me to keep going. The next one I'll probably look at doing is smithing, fishing, woodcutting. But if there's any skills you really want to see, drop in the comments and I'll jump on them as soon as I can and get them out as soon as possible for you. But thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.